Everybody, it's Jenna Allen with Mental Health Today, and today we are going to talk about comparing yourself to others. But stay tuned because after this video, I'm gonna actually do a video on marketing fails and MLMs, and because I've worked with MLMs, so I think it's important to just for people to have more education before they get into something. Anyways, so today is about comparing yourself to others and how that holds you back. So today I am going to just give you guys a couple tips on how to get yourself out of that mindset of comparing yourself to others. I used to do that, especially with MLMs. I used to compare myself a lot to people, and it didn't serve me well. It wasn't healthy for me, and I kind of chose my own path now. So I would love to just kind of like educate you guys a little bit more on this and help you figure out what you can do to get out of that comparison mindset. And I'm going to go into it in a business form, and a mental health form. So I'm going to bring up so you guys have probably had this experience before where people will compare their lives to you and say your life is better or your life is worse. So those kind of people I stay away from, because at the end of the day, nobody has a better or worse life. People have different experiences. People might have different lives. People might, and obviously it's important to definitely be grateful for what you do have, but at the same time, everybody goes through stuff. And I used to get, I would say that, I used to get bullied, and I used to get, I used to have people envy me and be jealous of me and try and tell me that I'm lucky. And yeah, maybe in some ways I have things definitely to be grateful for, 100%. But I didn't have I struggled with certain things, and I didn't have a perfect life. And so when people say you're lucky, I mean, my mindset that I have now, it's a choice, and it's something that I have learned because of my mistakes in the past. And so when people try and compare my life, it's like I just don't feed into it, because I'm at a point in my life where I choose who I associate myself with. I choose my mindset, and I choose the direction I'm going in life, and people can take that how they want to take that. So I think it's just really important to, when you're somebody that, if you're somebody that has had people try and compare their lives to yours, I would just stay away from that, because honestly, at the end of the day, the only person that truly, opinion matters about your life is yours. And so I think it's just super, super important to value yourself enough to be cautious who you let in your life, honestly. Obviously, there's, nobody's perfect, but at the same time, it's if you're surrounding yourself with people that are constantly trying to justify everything you do in your life, and they're constantly trying to compare their lives to yours and comparing their lives to theirs, that's not healthy. And at the end of the day, if somebody really truly wants to better their life, they'll do it, So I'm a firm believer that if you're going to sit there and continue to complain about something, but you're not going to do anything to change it, well, then don't complain about it, right? And I know that because I used to be that person. I used to play the victim a lot. I know that doesn't really have anything to do with this conversation, but I did, and it didn't get me anywhere. It didn't serve me well. I got sick and tired of being in that mindset. I was like, no, this isn't, why am I sitting in this, I had to do a lot of self-reflecting, and I think the more you can do self-reflecting and self-awareness, the more you're going to grow, and the more you're going to have better results, because you're going to be in that mindset to make changes in your life. But yeah, just stay away from people that try and compare their lives to yours and try to act like they're better than you. at the end of the day, nobody knows it all. I don't know it all. Like, I'm just honest. I'm just truthful. My goal is to honestly just help people make an impact, but I don't know everything. Nobody truly knows everything. Nobody's life is better than anybody else's. Everybody has a different story. Everybody has a different mindset. Everybody's journey is different. Some are similar and some are different. So I just think it's really, really important to be aware of that and be aware of who you're surrounding yourself with, for sure. Because at the end of the day, everybody struggles. And same with comparing yourself to like other entrepreneurs. Like, don't do that, you know? Like, at the end of the day, everybody has a different mindset, even business owners. Like, I am very, very careful about who I associate with myself with, especially when it comes to the business world, because unfortunately, there are a lot of people out there that do let money get to their head and let their success almost change them for the worse. And so I'm very, very cautious about, like, I take my business very seriously. I take what I say seriously. I take what I do seriously. I take what I learn seriously. I take everything that goes into the business world very seriously. And so I am going to get into the topic of MLMs. When I do my video on MLMs, I'm not naming names. I'm not naming people, just because that's not who I am. I'm not going to bash anyone. I'm just going to just share some of my experiences with it, so it will educate people to have more of awareness of what they're getting into. It doesn't mean that all MLMs are bad. It doesn't even mean that the people that are successful with them are bad. For me, it's just, it wasn't a fit for me. And when I do the video, I'm just going to be very positive about it. I'm not going to bash anyone, because that's not me. But I just want to educate people a little bit more about it, so they are aware of what they're getting themselves into, right? And like, you should always educate yourself on something. Like, just in life, you should always educate yourself on something like that you're going into. And I know this is kind of getting off topic, but my whole point is, when you're comparing yourself to other people, it's not authentic. Like, you're not really you're not allowing yourself to like really focus on you in some aspects, right? So it's super, super important to be aware of your mindset and like, who are you comparing yourself to? Because there's lots of people out there that, yeah, are successful with MLMs and are successful in the business world, and that's fine. But everybody's journey with their business is different. My journey was not the same as everybody else's in the MLMs. My journey was completely different. And that's okay. That is okay. I chose a different route on my business journey, and that's fine. And what I do now, it works for me. And what I do now may not work for everyone else. Just how some MLMs companies work for some people, but they don't work for everyone, right? And so it's super, super important to not compare yourself to other people, and understand that, like, there's so many different success stories out there. There's so many different people. And, you know, like, it's when you're comparing yourself to, like, when you're in a it's like, okay, so there's a difference between product companies and like coaching. Very different. Like the same business kind of thing. Like, it's the same similar business, what's the word? Like, you're still in the business world, but it's just you're doing, it's a different type of business. And when you're in a multi-level marketing company where you're selling products, there's a lot more, you're in the community. And so you see all your colleagues or the other people that are doing it be so successful in it. And it can sometimes, like, when you're getting a lot of no's and people are saying no to you, and you're getting, you know, it causes stress. And then, you know, you just sit there and you compare yourself. Well, like, why can't I, like, do I need followers? Like, what, you know, like, you go through these, and I know that because I was in that mindset. I was comparing myself to other people in the multi-level marketing companies, and it wasn't good for me. And that's why I don't really I don't do like a lot of Facebook messaging groups chats anymore, because yeah, sometimes it can just get to your head, and sometimes you worry and you're like, oh, why am I getting no's? And and sometimes you don't always get the greatest education from your higher ups, and right? So it's just easy to compare yourself to all these other people in the business world, right? So just don't allow yourself to compare yourself, because you can still be successful. You don't have to have the same success as someone else. You can still be successful and have a different story and have a different journey with your business, right? And that's what worked out for me. Like I tried it, and yeah, I love the products, but the company and that business wasn't for me, and that's okay. I'm so much happier with the route that I chose to go on with coaching. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I know it was kind of I know that the topic kind of changed a little bit, but I honestly was just trying to make a point that at the end of the day, don't let don't beat yourself up, with if you because you're gonna, any business you go into, you're gonna get no's, but you're also gonna get yeses, right? So don't compare yourself to other people, and understand that just because someone's success is different than yours, it doesn't mean you're not going to be successful. So that's all I have for you guys today, and I'll see you guys next time on Mental Health Today. Bye.